Cancer, thank you for tuning in to Perfectly Imperfect Tarot. This is Green Eyes here with your reading. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, Martians, astronauts. Pick a node. It does not matter to me. I love you all. Cross watchers, I am a snitch. I'm telling you now. Please don't curse me in the comments. Love you too. Cancers, this is a judgment-free zone, but you will hear the truth. There's no gender or age, only energy. You're going to hear me use terms he, she, her, him, they, them, it, heifer, pay it, no mind. Feel the energy. Remember, roles can always be reversed. Cancers, I thank you. Like, share, subscribes, emails, comments, love tokens, donations. Thank you. Thank you. And I thank you again. Absolutely. All right, my loves, let's talk about your energy. I was talking about you guys when I did my members reading, and I'm going to tell you the description. What I said was, I said it's like Cancers feel like their chariot is on the move, but you're holding on for dear life to take the ride. You know what I'm saying? You ever see the meme where the guy, when Jesus takes the wheel and he's like jumping around in the back seat and he's like, you're going the wrong way and jumping over stuff? You know, that's how I feel in your energy. I feel like you're just taking this ride that just went absolutely cuckoo. You know what I mean? And you're holding on for dear life. Hello? Hanging out the window, things like that. I think life just kind of is I feel like you're in a whirlwind of energy here. Like you're just like, whoa, trying to hold on. It's a bit chaotic. I'm not going to lie. So we'll see what's going on. But I think it caught you off guard. Okay. It's kind of like, I don't know, somebody stops by the day that you're spring cleaning and you done pulled everything out the closet and, you know, it's just a whole bunch of chaos. That's how this feels. That's how I feel coming into your energy. Like I caught you, you know, maybe at a time that you really wouldn't be inviting company over. Hello? Can I have Cancer, please? This is the Psychic Tarot Oracle. Alrighty. And we have the light coming in reverse, which is the star energy. And here we have the conflict and defeat. Yeah. I think it's a whirlwind. I think you're in a whirlwind. You know, the energy of knowing, the energy of seeing, the energy of understanding, you know, being aware, all of the revealing that comes from the sun. You know, it's just... I'm sorry, I said star, didn't I? You may have Aquarius in your chart. I'm sorry. But the energy of being aware in the sun. The sun, it's like, you know, it allows us to see. You know, we let that sunlight in and you can see your house in a different way, right? Letting that light in, okay? And it reveals, it warms. It's an energy of a recharge, okay? It's whimsical and happy because it's pure and authentic, okay? But this is coming in reverse because, honestly, I just feel like I'm in the dark and I don't know what's going on in this energy. Like I said, it's like you're just trying to hold on for dear life here, okay? I don't think you saw this coming. Possibly, I have to mention Leo with the sun energy. Maybe you have a connection with the Leo and they are in a very nasty mode right now. But conflict and defeat coming in is a feeling basically of mental fatigue. You know, it's not like you're beat down to the ground, you know, by somebody. It's not physical. It's literally, it's mental exhaustion, you know. I'm tired of constantly climbing up and not going anywhere. It's like climbing the wall, you know. That's how this energy is. And, you know, you're going to get tired of this. Here's the discontent and boredom, and then you're going to move on. There it is right there, okay? Pisces energy coming in with this intuition, high priestess energy. This energy is an energy of foresight. It's an energy of tapping in. It's an energy of kind of pre-knowing what you're going to, what's to come, you know? And I think what's to come for you is this wisdom. It's where you kind of actually start applying the knowledge, gathering the information, utilize the information that you've already gathered. And it's an energy of a hierarchy as well, because it speaks to the Hierophant. So it speaks to structure. It speaks to marriage, institutions and things like that. I'm going to say constitution, institution and things like that. So if you foresee a change, a death in this marriage or in this structure of your life, you're already preparing for it because you saw it coming. You just maybe didn't see, you thought you were going to activate it and somebody else did. Maybe you didn't see that, you know, whatever that happens. Sorry, guys, my nose is starting to go crazy. But death energy is the energy of Scorpion energy. It's a transformation energy. It's rebirth energy. Okay. And you're going to come out beautiful and happy and celebrating and rejoicing on the other side, fully aware with that crown chakra opening up, receiving your downloads and further instructions to move on. So where this is leading you is a great place. It's just kind of getting to it and getting through it. That you're working with right now, okay? We're going to do the animal tarot today. There's a lot of fire in this energy, maybe because of the sun here, but it's a lot of fire, specifically Aries, to be honest. Can I have the core? For Cancer, Aries and Capricorn is heavy in this energy. The Queen of Swords, I love it. I love it because it tells me you're thinking, you know. You're thinking, you're processing, you're teaching, you're speaking your truth, and you're realizing when you need to hold your tongue with that sword down. Yeah, Three of Wands here. You're very aware. You're patient. You're logical. I just feel like you're in a whirlwind. You know, it's you're realizing that, you know, I said what I said and I've done enough. So at this point, you know, I'm gonna do what I want, have what I want, but I'm still willing to compromise. Yeah, that's that compromise right there. You're definitely trying to put an end to toxic situations, complications, conversations, and get in alignment with new life and new love. But at the same time, it's taking everything in you, I think, to get past a certain obstacle here. I have to say that. What's crowning Cancers right now? Because I see you talking about, you're speaking into your future. What's hanging over Cancers? The Six of Wands. So victory and success. I love that for you. You're being noticed, acknowledged, celebrated, you know, with passion here. And here's the Eight of Cups. You know what? No matter how you slice this cake with both decks, something is coming to a great ending. But it's not like, how can I say that? Eight of Cups is not always about what you're leaving behind. It's the fact that what you're going towards. You know, it's the understanding, the faith that what I realize is not that what I have is not no good for me. It's just that where I'm going, it's not, it's going as far as it can go. Eight of Cups is not really about leaving behind something toxic. It's more so understanding that this has gone as far as it can go. You understand? That's that Eight of Cups energy. So the more you kind of pull down from that and realize it, the more you're going to see basically the steps that need to be taken. What's working against Cancer right now? What's in the way? I have the World here. So it looks like you tried to move and something fell through. It didn't work. Yeah, you tried. Two of Wands, Four of Wands, and the Four of Swords. Okay. You tried to move or travel or something and it didn't work, right? Something happened, paperwork not right, whatever the case was, okay? Changed jobs and something didn't go through, whatever the case was. But the problem is that it wasn't, how can I say that? It wasn't, help me with my words, hold on, just give me a second. It's not like the frying pan to the fire. It's more so like nothing was going to change. That's what I want to say. You understand? So if you were trying to move and it fell through, it's because you were taking the problem with you. It's like you were taking the sand to the beach, so to speak. You understand what I mean? It wasn't going to work. So you might see it as an issue, like the reason why I'm in this situation is because I didn't get this. I didn't get to take that leap of faith. You know, I didn't get to celebrate this new, this fresh start. I didn't get the peace that I thought I was going to get. And it's because what you were dealing with is not complete. It's not fully over. It's not fully resolved. It's not fully even, you know? So if you're saying, listen, the only problems, you know, I had with this job is the coworkers. If I was at a different place, I know I would be fine. And that's not the case, because wherever you were going, it's the same kind of people. So if the people are the problem, then the problem is your process of how to communicate in a healthy way, in an effective way, that you're teaching, you know, people how to deal with you, as opposed to it being vice versa. Did that make sense? So you may feel that that affected like your abundance, your luck, you know, or even that you're picked up on somebody else's karma, because you're still tied to something that you feel like you should be away from. And it's a two-part to this energy. I think that is true. So you're right on that. But the flip side of it is your ability to effectively communicate as well. Yeah. Nine of Swords. Because sometimes, you know, the effect of abundance or changes that have been due you, or that you were calling in, you couldn't get or understand why you weren't receiving it. And it was because of how you viewed it, you know, how you viewed the situation, how you felt it should look, should feel. Basically, you were trying to control something that was supposed to be built and not kind of it's like you thought you're buying the bike, you order the bike, you receive the bike, and not realizing you had to put it together. Did that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Where's this coming from? Past energy, please. Where's this coming from for Cancer? What brought this on? Where's this coming from for Cancer? What brought this on for Cancer? Please and thank you. The Knight of Pentacles. The Knight is a turtle with hemorrhoids. You know that, right? He's dependable, but he's slow. And I think I think things were fast, things were moving, and then all of a sudden things just started slowing down. And I think, Cancer, you took a minute to try to figure out why. And I think now you know that the why is because of the new beginning. So it's not that you're not open to a new beginning, but it has to be new. That's the thing. That's why you couldn't move or take this trip or get that job or get that property or that apartment. Like, if you're going to start new, it has to actually be new. That means that everyone's on the same page of new. Everyone's receiving divine waters, you know what I mean? Washing, replenishing, restoring, rejuvenating for a proper reconciliation. So it had to be slowed down so that you can fully empty your cup and receive, or for maybe your partner or whatever it was that you're working on to do the same, because the alignment again is still here. The lovers are here, you know, so the alignment is here, but it had to be new. It had to, in order to be properly aligned, that means that somebody had to let something go, and they struggle with this. You know, there's a struggle here. Where are we going? Cancers, for some of you, you're connected to something that just won't change. And you just have to, you either have to accept that, or you're going to have to do something about it, because they've kind of made up their mind. The King of Swords here is coming in sideways. They really got a smart mouth, and they kind of pick and choose when they, it's like one day this person might say nothing, and the next day they got everything in the world to say. You know what I mean? With the King of Swords sideways. But if this is a job issue, you know, I stand by that original statement. It's like one day, maybe everything is going well with communication, you know, even if it's short and sweet, to the point, you know, I can tolerate this, I can tolerate that. And then the next day they hide in emails, you know, not telling you about the meeting at 2 o'clock until 1:45, you know, stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? That has to stop. All right. And it's going to stop. Death energy is here. Just like with here, it was the transformation energy. Death energy, transformation, same energy, okay? We're going to stop doing that, because the new day, the new dawn, the new light, for me, is the feel good, you know? But some of you are just realizing this weight, this tenor is too heavy. And the more you see through your divine eyes and process things with your godly mind, with this hangman, is that your growth, your edification in life, your belief system, you know, is just really, it's something that is sometimes not respected. I'm gonna tell you that. It's not honored, you know. I just feel like with this Nine of Wands, I don't feel recognized for my growth, my change. I don't feel recognized at all in this Nine of Wands, you know. And no matter how God is blessing you, because you're growing and changing and doing so much better, it's like the enemy is like, Cancer only got lucky. You know, Cancer had that little run, but that's all. That's it. That's all they getting. That's all they got. As if there's no honor or like credit given to the fact that you're a star at your craft. You know, like, it's so cruel, you know, that devil energy is very cruel, okay? So, Cancers, I believe you tried. I think you pulled back a little bit, but you did try to kind of extend, let's say, an olive branch. Maybe you started giving somebody, like, little gifts, or, you know, doing little special things. Maybe you put some donuts in the break room for everybody, you know, because it's not like you're completely closed off, you know, but you also now just aware, you're paying attention, you're listening more to see how people are responding to your change, because you're saying, listen, you know what, you're right. I did have a good run. It could be a one-hitter quitter kind of streak of luck, but let's just keep this thing going. Let me see. And what you're hearing is disheartening, because the group, they're in the break room eating the donuts that you bought, but at the same time, they still talking trash about you. Well, wait a minute. That changes things. I'm just saying, you don't get to talk trash and eat my donuts. Now, I was okay yesterday when you was talking trash, but today you don't get to talk trash and eat my donuts at the same. No, that's not going to work. No, baby. That's not going to work. So you're realizing, if I really want to be appreciated, if I want to be fulfilled in my heart and feel like what I'm doing is something worth holding on to, you know, something that fulfills me and makes me happy, and I want to be in an environment that's supportive of that, then I have to go for it. And you step into this beautiful divine feminine energy, and you step into your birthright. You step into that fertile energy, start birthing life-changing events, embodying all four queens, knowing who you are, what you deserve, and boom, here comes your Uber to pick you up. Lovely. Lovely. Now we have a smoother ride here with this Chariot. All right. Now we have a smoother ride because now they talking. Did you see the Uber come pick up Cancer? Did you see the angel driving the Uber to come pick up Cancer? Yeah, they talking. Now they talking, right? But the thing about it is direction is going to be very important, Cancer. Your frequency, your vibration, your intentions are going to have to be precise, because I think that Chariot ride is going to be a doozy. Look at the Tower. That's what I'm saying. I don't think you... this is something. I don't know what this is, but I felt it in your energy when I did the members. I still feel it now, which is why I told you about it starting your reading. Something about the Chariot energy is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Like, the ride is so rough, but it's going to be worth it. Have your intentions very, very, very clear. Okay? Your intentions need to be clear during this Uber ride. All right? Because if you remember, the Chariot works off of, oh, help me with my words, destination, you know? Yeah, it works off of destination. Okay? So just think, a chariot, think of the old movies you see where the guy has the 2 horses pulling the chariot, right? Each horse has a destination assignment that you set. You set it in your spirit, in your energy, in your mind. You set it. Okay? The horse that receives the most frequency from you, vibration from you, intention from you, is where it goes, you know? And the angel has the say over the road that it takes. You don't have a say in the journey. You have a say in the destination. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're unclear about that destination, it's going to, here's the confusion, 7 of Cups, it's going to include other people's feelings, emotions, and opinions of where you end up. Because if you're saying, I'll do this if they do that. I'll say this if they say that. You understand? Now it's no longer just you. You're basing you on somebody else's them. That changes things. So tap into that strength. Hold on to the divine feminine that you're tapping into to start this journey, right? And then you want to tame the beast of confusion, the beast of doubt, the beast of fear, the beast of anxiety, whatever it is that's keeping you separated from that divine feminine energy that you know has the ability and power to tame this beast, okay? That's how you get to that destination of full abundance, full security, full stability, King of Pentacles, boss energy. You with me? All right, I'm going to leave this here. I hope it helps. Now, if any event you say, Green Eyes, I don't even know you. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm okay with that, darling. I really am, okay? Please check your moon or rising. You know, don't take the energy if it's not yours. Leave it here for someone else, okay? Everybody, thumbs up, subscribe. Make sure you guys are notified of future readings. It's free and it does support the channel. Let's get some algorithm to the rhythm. If you're interested in a personal, I respond to email only. My email is perfectlyimperfecttarot@gmail.com, and it's a very fast turnaround right now. We're looking at literally 24, 48 hours, okay? If you do like what you get here, guys, if you look for these videos to come out, they help you, they feed you. If you're simply just entertained, please sow where you come to eat, okay? I eat off of what you sow. There's donation information below the video. There's links for Cash App and PayPal for your convenience. In advance, thank you very, very much. Other than that, remember, we are all perfectly imperfect. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.